Hi, this is probably the last video that I'll be doing, and then we'll be back at school. Yay, can't wait! So looking forward to seeing everybody and not just being on my own all the time with this camera and talking to you and I can't see you. Okay, so this afternoon we're going to do some drawing. We're going to do some funny faces where we don't take our pen off the paper very much, okay? So you're going to leave your pen on the paper as much as you can. So all you need is a piece of white A4, a couple of colours. Now I've chosen colours that are quite close to each other on the colour wheel. So I've chosen an orange, a yellow and like a peachy colour, and I've got a black felt tip pen. You can use pencil for this if you want to. You might want to use pencil in case you go wrong. But I'm going to use felt tip pen because I kind of think you can't really go wrong. But also it's easy for you to see up there in that camera. Okay, so I'm going to create kind of two faces. A little bit like the sort of thing we did a few weeks ago on one of these videos where we created a face that was a little bit abstract. I'm going to put my glasses on and I'm going to do this quite slowly, and you just literally make it up as you go along. I quite often start with an eye, and I'm going to probably get two on here. I think I'll have my paper landscape for this. I've just got a piece of paper underneath, just so my felt tip doesn't go over the table under it. So I'm going to start off over here, and I'm going to start off with the eye. Now yours won't look anything like this because I've no idea what mine's going to look like until I start it, and like I said, I kind of make it up as I go along. But if you can draw, think about a face, eyes and a nose and a mouth. You might want to put hair on, and try and keep your pen on the paper as much as you can, because that helps to create this style. This is the sort of style of the drawing that we're actually doing. Now I'm going to start off with an eye here. So I'm just going to do like a circle for the eye here. And I started there. Now I'm keeping my pen on the paper. I'm going right over the middle of it. Okay, so that's the eye. Now I'm going back over the top here. And I'm going to sort of join up with that. Now I'm stopping there just so you can see. Okay, I'm actually going to show you. I've marked it there. That's pen off my hand. I'm just going to show you in the camera, and then I'll pick up where I've left off, just to sort of show you that it's not an eye as such, it's just like a symbol of an eye really. So I finished there. Now I'm going to sort of create the side of the face, going up to the head. Now I'm coming down now with the side of the nose. I'm going to do quite a long nose, and like I say, it's not supposed to look like a real face. The nose, the nostrils look a bit like fingers. I'm going up to that side, then I'm going over the top. Don't know if you can see it very well, but you get the general idea. Down the side of the face. Now I'm coming in to do the lips. Taking my pen off there now. Okay, so I've started it. I'm getting pen on my work. Where's that coming from? Take my pen off now, obviously. As long as you keep your pen on for most of the time, you'll get a really good eye. Now I'm making this eye a sleepy one, or one that's winking. Okay. So that's all that I've done so far. Turn it round to show you. There. Okay, so can you see? while that is, you can see that I've kept my pen on the paper most of that time, can't you? Okay, so now that's one face done. Now I'm going to do a friend here. Now this one, I'm going to get a little bit more creative with this one. Okay, I'm going to start off with the eye in the same place. I'm going to do a circle. I'm going to play this one a little bit differently. I've done a circle like that. Now I'm coming over like that with this one. I'm going to go back over that line, create, I'm going to come round now for the nose. I'm going to do quite a long nose. I like doing noses like that. It doesn't look entirely like a nose. Almost looks a bit like a rubber glove. Going in there, going off now a bit. And to get a bit more creative with this one. And to do an eye up here, like that, and some eyelashes. Like I say, just make it up as you go along. Okay. Now I'm going to pick it up here, and I'm going to do and might do some eyelashes on here to sort of tie in with that one there. Like that. Now we need a mouth. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to fill in a bit of this space by travelling my pen over here. And put it in the mouth. There, like that. Now that is the drawing bit finished. Okay, so you can see, yeah, you can kind of see that most of it I've kept my pen on, but I've kept it quite simple. It almost looks like it's been drawn with a piece of string, I think. But you really can't go wrong with these. And now I'm just going to jazz it up a bit by adding some colour to here. So I'm just looking round the edge and sort of thinking of hair, but kind of thinking of a background at the same time. So I'm just going to go round there. I hope you can see this colour. I'm not sure if you can. Try and press quite hard. Bits that I've come off the edge of my pen. There, like that. Just show you like that. Can you see that? Yeah, you can, can't you? Yeah? And then colour that in. Really neatly. And these are kind of a bit, if you look up Picasso, I know we've looked at him before in school, and we've also done one of these YouTube videos where we've talked about him before, but he kept to a really simple style of a face, quite mask-like. You can join the faces up as well, one face could meet the other face. So I'll finish off colouring that one in a little while, and I'll just go on to this one now. So I'm kind of going to keep to this outline, sort of hug the outline of my drawing. That. And I might use, don't think I've used that one yet, have I? No. For the middle piece, I might put some, oh no, that's rubbish. That's yellow's broken. Get another yellow out. and just do something in this middle bit to fill in this space. There, like that. So I'm going to colour that in now, off camera, and then get back to you and show you that when it's done. But I'm not going to colour in these, I'm just going to keep that drawing as it is and just colour in those pieces. They're kind of like hair, almost like a symbol for hair, some shapes, block of colour to represent hair, I think. Okay, so I'm just going to pause the video now. There we go, I finished that. Can you see it? I'll get it right in a minute. I bet you're screaming at the TV saying left a bit, right a bit, up a bit. There, that's as best as I can get it. There, that's almost perfect. So, I've done a bit of coughing now. Done a bit of the background, which kind of represents hair. Kept the colours quite close together, quite matching. But, I mean, like I say, yours will look completely different. And if I was to do this again, look completely different to me, because you just make it up as you go along. There. Just make it up as you go along. And you can do it in pencil first. So if you wanted to do this in pencil, you can go over it then in black felt tip. I think it's quite nice to leave those quite plain, but you might decide you want to colour it in. It can get a bit tricky though when you're colouring it in, because if you thought, right, I'm going to colour that nose in, you could start colouring it in, but look what happens. Oh look, you've ended up in the background. Because a lot of these lines don't join up. This area here, look, it spills out into the background. This area spills back out into the background. So it's quite nice to leave those, I think, just without being coloured in. I think it's quite nice. I think it's quite addictive doing these. And you could join them up. Like that mouth could actually be the mouth for that one. You could just draw the whole thing without taking your pen off at all. I mean, those bits there, obviously I've taken my pen off to do these eyelashes. I suppose you could go down and then back up again, across, down, back up again, across, down, back up again. You could possibly do the whole thing without taking your pen off. It's just another way of drawing. My daughter, she draws like this all the time without taking a pen off, and she quite often writes without taking a pen off. All her words are joined together, and it's just a different style. Some artists call it taking your pen for a walk, but you can create these drawings out of wire as well. You know, you could have a piece of wire and bend the wire into these shapes, or pipe cleaners, or wool, or string. You could even draw, what I have done before, with a squeezy tub of glue and create that drawing with glue. Wait for the glue to dry, and then you can do a rubbing over it, and then there's a lot of things you can do with it. You can draw with paint like that. You can ice a cake like that without taking it off. But have a go, experiment with it. It might be that you want to do lots of faces, keep your faces quite small, and do a few faces on the same sheet of paper. You might want to do 3, all joined together. 3 faces, all joined together. Okay, let me see if I can find you. Yes, there you are. Okay, hope you're not looking up my nose doing it that way. Anyway, enjoy doing that art. And fingers crossed, I can see you in school next week. All right then.